All right, y'all. That day y'all love is coming up soon. And you know what that day is. That's Valentine's Day, hoes. Some of y'all hoes celebrate it. So I need to make sure I take care of y'all. Make sure y'all ready. Now, here comes the luxury on a budget for my hoes. Because sometimes we don't want to spend all that money. And we don't want somebody to spend that type of money on the fragrance. Well, these are for you to buy for yourself. Honestly, if you tell somebody to buy you a fragrance, I got some of those too. They're gonna be a little pricier though. All right, y'all. So let's talk about luxury on a budget, stunting on these hoes on Valentine's Day with these fabulous fragrances under $50. Okay, so as we get started, I have to say this. I have to say that the popularity of perfumes, fragrances is now making our pricing go up because, real talk, year and a half ago, 2 years ago, these fragrances were super cheap. That's how I was buying them all. Now they're not as inexpensive as they used to be. So it took me a minute to figure out some because I had to check the prices, and then some things are no longer available. Yeah, so here we go. Now, I'm going to show you one. I think I only have one out right now well, there's a few here. There's a few here that aren't available right now. One in particular I have not seen in forever. So if it shows up, it like showed up one time again after I bought it, disappeared again. So if this shows up, I'm just telling you to go on and get it. So all of these fragrances are, they've got that vibe. They're giving the vibe. So here we go. This is Roberto Cavalli Deep Desire. Now this is the one I'm talking about that is hard to find. When I saw this, something about it said, yes, you needed it. And I got it. And then it went out of stock. It was like it came and went so quickly. But this is like got orange blossom, and it's got this cacao note. So it's kind of chocolatey and orangey and really quite stunning and delicious on the skin. But it's very hard to find. So if it shows up again, I'm telling you, if you like orange blossom, if you like a chocolatey vibe to it, and the chocolate is perfect because I don't always like chocolate, but the chocolate in here wears really well. Go on and grab this. Since I'm talking about Roberto Cavalli, let's just finish him off and let's talk Nero Assoluto. Now you can definitely get this one, and this one is super inexpensive. This is a gorgeous, this is a stunning kind of ambery vanilla with a little bit of florals in it. So this is a really kind of like this really rich vanilla, but it's a sexy vanilla because it has a woody note in it. You just really have to try it. It's a really good date night fragrance. So this is Roberto Cavalli Nero Assoluto. Let's hit a few Francis Kirk de Johns. Next up is this little pretty one. This is Anna Suisse La Nuit de Bohème, the black bottle. She does have a rose one that I want, but I haven't been able to find it yet. Okay. This is just really a really good floral, a fruity fragrance. It's got a little florals in it, but it's really a fruity fragrance, and the fruit is kind of rich. Got a little vanilla in it, a little amber. It's like an ambery fruity. I like these because these are like, for one thing, it's just such a pretty little bottle. It's kind of gaudy, but kind of pretty, right? And this is the kind of thing that is like classic vibe. When I look at fragrances like this, like some of the people that I know, some of you all that watch me, you all like me, you have large collections. This isn't necessarily something you need, but this is something for someone who is starting out, who is on a budget, who really wants to have like a really nice, sexy, sweet, kind of fruity vibe with a little vanilla in it, a little ambery. That's what, if you're looking for something like that, this is what it will hit every mark that you need. Now, speaking of a classic, now this is a classic. Everybody talk about it. people ain't been talking about it lately, but this is like, this is one. This is Agent Provocateur's Fatale Intense. This is peppery. It's like spicy with vanilla, a very small amount of florals, but really what it is, it's this spicy vanilla, amber. It is so sexy. I mean, you smell this, this is like, whoa, that's good. That's good. So that is Agent Provocateur's Fatale Intense. Cherry. Cherry is doing the damn thing. Let's just go and get this real talk cherry that's been around forever. Let's just go and talk about La Petite Robe Noire Black Perfecto. This is a tough girl, really in your face cherry with leather in it. This is sexy yet tough, girl. This says, don't fuck with me. I'm not playing. Or if you're not ready for this, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Be about your game. Okay. So that is that. Now, I do love Kirkjohn. We know this. So let's talk about the two Kirkjohns I have out for you. Francis Kirkjohn. This is Nina Ricci Lagstash Rose Absolute. This is very similar to Oud Satin Mood, and Oud Satin Mood is a sexy fragrance. This is just minus the oud, and it's not quite as powdery, but it is a sexy jammy rose. So that is Nina Ricci Rose Lagstash Rose Absolute. Oh, I always messed that name up. Then we have this Kirkjohn, which is Carmen La Absolute. I keep talking about it. I know, but I love it. It's a juicy, orangey, citrusy floral. It's got ylang-ylang, tuberose, jasmine. It's a sexy floral, but it's got this juicy, orangey, citrusy vibe on the top that lasts into it, that just gives it a little different vibe, and yet it is still very sexy. So that is Carmen La Absolute. Let's talk about some ouds. Have a couple of ouds here for you. And the first one we're going to talk about is Ted Lapidus Oud Blanc. Oud Blanc is a peachy rose oud. So it is very, it leans very feminine. It is very kind of, it's feminine, oudy sexiness. Whereas oud, a lot of ouds are sexy but very unisex. This one is more feminine leaning and oudy and sexy. Now, if you want to go with like a really rich, really interesting, kind of different yet just turns heads, that is Inara Oud by Swiss Arabian. This is a rich, woody, but it's got teak wood in it. So it's rose, it's spicy with a little saffron, and it's got this richness from the wood. The teak wood really gives it this really beautiful richness to it, and it's got this sweet, kind of rosy, slightly sweet spiciness to it. So that is an Ara Oud. Then we're gonna go with this, and then we're gonna hit one of my favorite inexpensive brands. This one is Judith Lieber Night. This is just that beautiful berried floral. This is like that deep, you know how like those deep, like dark berry fragrances with some florals and some vanillas. That is this. It's deep, it's dark, it's mysterious, it's sweet and dark and mysterious. It's like the most juicy, like berry vibe you're getting. So it's not like it's not like just blueberries, but it's blueberries and blackberries and maybe some black raspberries. It's a very deep, juicy fruit, but it's dark and rich. And then it has like the florals and some ambers and some vanillas. It is really delicious. Now, let's talk about one of my favorites. She's Elizabeth Arden. Now, all of these I checked are not available right now, but that doesn't mean they won't be available. But I'm telling you, they really are selling out a lot because people just buying these up. They really are. I'm so proud of myself. This is going to be a short video. So let's talk Always Red. This is a fruity floral. This is passion fruit and plum. And this is like, ooh, this is, okay. If you like things like Perky, Jasmine Wisp, it's along those lines. It's not similar. It's not like that, but it's similar. It's on that vibe. It's not like a dupe. Okay, so we're not looking dupes, but it's on that vibe. So if you like that juicy, sexy, fruity nut, Always Red. Now this one, I don't know what I just did with the top. It just fell off. I don't know where it's at. But this is Fifth Avenue Royale. Now she kind of popular, but people ain't been talking about her lately. This is, ooh wee. This, I need to wear this some more. This is like a raspberry liqueur, smoky, no, leathery. Let me get it right. Leathery raspberry liqueur. It's got some other notes in it, but that's what you really get. You get the raspberry, you get the liquor vibe, and you get that suede, that leathery vibe. It is so sexy. This stands out and men love it. And then finally, this is one of my favorites. And this is Fifth Avenue NYC Premier. Now people say this reminds them of Dior Addict, but on me, this is my wearable Alien. I don't really like Alien. However, I love this. This is so beautiful. It has that Alien vibe, but the jasmine isn't as indolic, so it's much easier to wear. It is, she is gorgeous. She is sexy. So it's like, it gives me that Alien vibe. Got the vanilla, you know, it's got that vibe, but it just isn't quite as, you know, love or hate Alien. This is a more, oh, I could really love her. So that is Alien, this Alien, Fifth Avenue, New York, NYC Premier. Now I'm gonna show y'all this one. What I do with it. I could have sworn I pulled it out. Hold on. I did pull this one out. I'm gonna show this one to you all because this is, everybody know a lot. You know, this she one of the girls, and I looked on FragranceNet, and right now you can get this for $50, the 50 mil. Not this size, but the 50 mil. This is Dolce & Gabbana, the only one in 10. This is, oh, she's so cute. Orange Blossom. I think it's got a little jasmine. Definitely got coconut in it. This is sweet and sexy. And oh man. Oh, you want them to like stutter. You want your lover to stutter. You want them to just be like, no, we don't need to go to dinner. The only one in 10s. The only one in 10s. All right, y'all. So that is it for my Valentine's Day stunting on the hoes, luxury on a budget. All of these are under $50. I hope I gave y'all something to work with. I know I did. Tell me what you're getting. Do you have some of these? What you think about them? Come on through, hoes, in the comments. I love y'all. Talk to you later. Be bold, be brave, be fearless, be free.